there's going to be times in your life where you feel powerlessness. You feel like you don't have the confidence to manifest the reality you really want. Like you don't have the confidence to speak your truth in a relationship or to manage certain things in your life. And sometimes our power can feel very low. And what I realized as well is that to have an expectation that we're always going to be in a high frequency and that things are just always going to be perfectly high vibration, I noticed that's just a really false expectation to have, because the truth is that, at least in my experience, sometimes the power chakra gets a little bit low. And we're going to get into in this video what that even means, what it means to be in a low power state where your power chakra might be low, and how this is going to impact your ability to create the things you want in your life. And I'm also going to be sharing with you in this video some things that you can do to raise your energy levels once you've identified the fact that, hey, my power chakra is really low right now. My power is low. And then you'll find that once you raise your power chakra and get your power chakra in balance, get more into a state of equilibrium and equanimity, if that's how you say that word, what starts to happen is you're going to start to feel that you can create what you want again. And I'm going to share with you in this video how to do that as well. So this is going to be how to know your power chakra is low and when it's time to raise your frequency. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation to see if you're a good fit for the coaching program to work with me one-on-one personally. Also, I do have a group program coming up in the next couple of months. So if you want more details on the program and if you want to be part of the program, enrollment is closing soon and it is starting soon. Definitely check the link that's in the description box of this video for that as well, if you want to be a part of it. So the first sign that your power chakra is low and it's time to raise your frequency in that moment is you feel anxiety and your mind is just overthinking like crazy. That's a huge sign. Now, what the interesting thing about this is that your power chakra being low is a very energetic thing. It's a feeling. Like when my power chakra personally is low, I can literally feel it in my body. It's a literal feeling. I can now feel when I'm out of my power. I just know it. I know that my power chakra is low and it's time to raise my frequency. And this might sound like something that's really woo-woo and out there for certain people, but this honestly has been like understanding how energetically my power chakra works and just my energy levels in general have literally been the most tangible thing I've ever learned in my life, because it's allowed me to know, okay, I'm out of my power right now. And then I can know that right now, I literally do not have the capacity to create something, whatever that thing is. Like maybe I do have the power to create this thing, but okay, maybe to like record 3 videos in a row, I don't have the power for that. And that's really useful to know, because I can sense when I have a lot of energy kind of built up in my system, and not good energy, like low energy, to the point where I'm not going to be able to create what I want. But the first sign is that you might be feeling anxiety in your body. Like you just feel like it's just this anxious feeling. And it's also coupled with anxiety. Like if you're thinking lots of negative thoughts, if your mind is overthinking anxious thoughts, if you're worrying about the worst case scenarios on a consistent basis, you're always thinking about how things are not going to work out and how you can't accomplish certain things and that you just aren't able to create your reality, that's a sure tell sign that, I don't know if that's how you say it, sure tell, I think people have said that before, probably heard that, and that was conditioned in my mind. That is a sure tell sign, again, I don't know if that's how you say that you have a very low power chakra. Because yes, your thoughts create your reality, but one of the insights that totally changed my life is that your thoughts are also connected with your energy system, okay? And if your energy system is very, very low, and your vibrational state of consciousness and your frequency is very, very low, then what begins to happen is your thoughts are going to be not so good. You know, they're not, it's not going to be the best thoughts, to say the least. All right. And it's funny when you're in this moment with me right now watching this video, it's like, yeah, it is kind of funny, but trust me, it's not so funny when you're identified with those thoughts and you have no idea, you have no awareness that you are at a low frequency. People don't know this. And so that's why I'm recording this video, to bring awareness to the fact that if your thoughts are shit, excuse my language, then what happens is that your energy is probably low. And that's the last thing a person wants to hear when they're in a low energy. It's like, Francis, my energy is not low. Like, who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear that, hey, your energy is low right now? Why would you ever want to hear those words? But when I was able to see honestly from an objective space of awareness, like, okay, you know what? My power chakra is low. I can't do like 3 videos in a row, or I can't create this thing that I want in my life because I just don't have the capacity to do so right now in my life. And that's completely okay. It's just about having that awareness and knowing when it's time to raise your frequency and not make it a personal thing. And so what I want to let you know is that if your anxiety is going through the roof and you're overthinking like crazy, then maybe your energy levels are not where you would like them to be. So it's time to raise your frequency. It's time to go out into nature. It's time to do some more meditation if that's what you roll with. I personally have been meditating every single day for the last 4 to 5 years. And one of the biggest things that works for me when my power chakra gets low is to immediately go do some breath work or some meditation to make sure that I can actually get my thoughts more in balance, to make sure that I can get my feelings more in balance and my energy more in balance. It is going to then reflect in also how I think. Now, what changes your energy? Is it your thoughts changing your energy, or does your energy and your emotions change your thoughts? Well, it's the classic chicken or the egg question. I would say that we live in an infinite universe where both are probably true to some degree. But what works for me is to raise my frequency immediately, and I start to have better thoughts. I start to think, yeah, I can create my reality. I can create this. I can create whatever relationship that I want. I step into my personal power and I feel that I can create it because my power chakra is in balance. If your power chakra is in balance, you're gonna feel like you have power to create your reality. And it doesn't mean that you have this false expectation that you can control everything. No, some things are up to the universe for sure, and it's about trusting in the divine also, but it's about having the awareness that if your power chakra is low and you have anxious thoughts, there's probably something out of balance. Now, the second sign that you have an out of balance power chakra, to know that your power chakra is low and it's time to raise your frequency, is to have an awareness that if you have an extreme lack of confidence, no confidence socially, no confidence to create your manifestations, no confidence to build something in your life, no confidence to do anything. If your confidence is low, you're probably at a low frequency. Now, I don't want this to sound judgmental, like you're at a low frequency. It's not like that. It's just having an awareness and being honest with ourselves. Because being at a low frequency is something that can come up in life. You know, it's totally normal, at least right now where humans are in their development and where I am personally. You know, maybe one day I will get to the point where my power chakra is never low, perfectly always in balance. Maybe one day, but not right now for me. Okay, and what I realize is that if I'm not confident, which happens to me Surprise, surprise, Francis doesn't always feel confident. Sometimes, not that I assume that, but I think some people have an expectation that it's like, oh, Francis probably is always at a high frequency. No, my power chakra gets low, and when that happens and I feel lack of confidence, guess what I do? I know it's time to raise my frequency. I make sure to get my energy in check. Meditations if I need to do more. I go out into nature. I go off for a walk. You got to realize that if your power chakra is low, you can be proactive about this. This is what it means to be in your personal power, is to realize that you have a say in the fact that you can change your frequency, right? You have a say in this. Obviously, part of this journey is about surrendering to the divine and letting go of the things you cannot control, but there are some things that you do have control over, and this is what it means to be in your personal power and have your power chakra in check. So if you have an extreme lack of confidence, that is a sure tell sign, once again, I don't know if I'm using that properly, that your power chakra is just super, super low. And it's time to raise your frequency. Do whatever you can. Listen to some high frequency music. Watch some high frequency videos. Do some more meditation. Notice your breathing a little bit more. Maybe take a shower. Something that works for me sometimes, bonus tip, when you take a shower, you're not just cleaning the dirt off your body, you're actually cleaning your energy. And I can actually sense this. Comment down below if you've ever sensed this before. When I'm showering and I close my eyes in a hot shower and notice my breathing, for example, I can literally feel that I'm almost clearing the energy of that day. Now, is it part of the intention that I set when I shower sometimes? Yeah, that's something that I do. I'll probably record a video on that one day. But the water really feels clearing. It feels like it clears my energy, all right? Now, what you can do is you can be really, really aware of the fact that if your confidence is low, it's time to do stuff like that. It's time to get your state of consciousness to where you want it to be. And you can be very proactive about this, right? But just understand that if your confidence is low, it's not just the way you are, it might be just the state that you're currently in because your power chakra is low. And I'm telling you right now, when I had more awareness around this, it totally changed my life because it's like, oh, my power is just low. That's all it is. It's like you can skip all the belief in the negative stories of your thoughts. Your thoughts say, oh, I can't do this. Oh, this is not possible. No, your power chakra is just low. Raise your state. It's like, oh, Francis, I don't know if you can do this. I don't know if you can accomplish that. I don't know if this is possible. I don't know if I'm able to do this thing in my life. What if that happens? So it's like, oh, wait a second. Take a step back, Francis. You're just in a low power state. And the last thing you're going to want to do when you're in a low power state is to raise your frequency. But if you just have it within your heart and your soul to raise your energy levels back up, you'll be like feeling way more free after, and you'll feel confident again. You'll feel way more confident again. And the more that you go through that flickering process of flipping back and forth between balanced power and non-balanced power, you'll begin to see more in your life when it's time to just raise your frequency because your power might be low. Now, the third thing you can do the third sign that your power chakra is low and it's time to raise your frequency, how to know your power chakra is low and when it's time to raise your frequency, is to understand that you can literally feel this in your power chakra, literally speaking. I can literally feel in my stomach region when my power is low. That's when my intuition gets blocked. When my power chakra is low, I have no intuition. My intuition is non-existent because it's clouded through all of the energy. Especially if you consider yourself to be a highly sensitive person or an empath or whatever label we want to attach to these days. Again, never attach to these labels, but always understand that there's some truth to these labels. Again, I always just say never attach to these labels because we can create an identity around these labels and say, this is who I am now, and who you are is no label or anything you can put in a container. But I want you to understand that if you're what we want to label in this moment as highly sensitive or empathic, you can literally feel when you've taken on too much energy from the external world. I'm telling you right now, this video, this thing that I learned has been one of the most powerful lessons I've ever learned as a highly sensitive person. ever. Because now I can sense, okay, my power chakra is low, I've taken on too much from the external world, and I need to raise my frequency now. That's all it is. One of the biggest lessons I've ever learned is this right here, what I'm sharing with you. And I want you to understand that you can literally feel in your power chakra, for me it's like in my stomach, that I just feel this energy in my stomach, and it's not good energy, it's a negative energy. I can feel when my energy in my power chakra is filled up with all sorts of negative energy. I've taken on too much from the external world. Maybe I've recorded too many videos. Maybe I've taken too many calls with clients. Maybe I've done too much in the world. Maybe I've been taking too many actions, and it's time to balance my energy once again. And I can feel that in my stomach. I can literally feel that my power chakra is totally out of whack. And I want you to understand that you always want to trust in that, because your intuition is going to be blocked when your power chakra is low. When you're at a very low frequency, your intuition is, for me personally at least, totally non-existent. Non-existent. How can you feel the intuition of your heart and your higher energy consciousness when you're totally blocked in your power chakra? I guess you don't know that, but I'm telling you that's what it is for me personally at least. For me, it's obvious at this point. It's like, how can my intuition is only clear, my feeling is only clear when I feel at a high state of consciousness. Now, my intuition is the low power, you know? If my power is low, that's my intuition telling me, hey, something's out of balance. If your intuition feels very low, you feel lethargic, you feel exhausted, for me, I'll even start sweating. My whole body will sweat when my power chakra is low. I feel like I'm drained, I'm exhausted. I feel like I have anger and resentment towards the world because your power chakra is low. And it's totally normal, all right? That's how I feel, personally. I feel energy in my stomach, I feel sweaty, I start to get like too hot, I start to feel out of balance, I might have anger towards people. And it's like, this is not me, this is just all the energy I took on from the world. So that is a huge sign. If you feel low frequency energies in your body, that's a huge sign it's time to raise your frequency. Surprise, surprise. But we've never learned to trust in that. And so I'm here to tell you that if you can learn to trust in that energy, you're going to begin to have a much more peaceful experience of life, because you're going to know that it's time to step back into a higher state of consciousness, okay? So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Also, I do have a group program coming up in the next couple of months, which enrollment is closing soon. So if you want to be a part of the program, and if you want more details on the program, the link will be in the description box of the video for that as well. As always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.